Welcome to tonight's show. You're with Tom, Brian and Steve, and this is From the Sidelines. And as we do it every time this week, we're going to talk about the round of NRL that's just been played. Gentlemen, I know we've all had losses this week, but how are you going anyway?
I was going to say that winner's circle is very, very small.
What winner's circle?
That's right. Non-existent.
Well, there's a bright spot, you know.
What?
There was no
Next
origin
week.
this week.
There's no origin. Yeah, no need to get angry this week. Next week.
Yes.
Week after. Either way.
Yeah.
Getting ready to get my angry on.
No.
We had a few people who actually said they liked our Origin show because you were angry.
I wasn't angry. I was frustrated.
No, you were angry.
I'm frustrated. And that sometimes
Spills
comes
into
out as anger. It overflows to anger.
Yeah, you had a ding-dong between you. It was pretty good.
Who?
You two.
I was calm. I was reserved.
Well, maybe that's what makes
was-
him angry.
I was my peaceful nature.
Makes me angry he's a Queensland supporter and he won't admit it.
I'm not a Queensland supporter.
You are! Anyway, continuing on.
Gentlemen.
As we do round 17.
Let's talk about round 17. 10 weeks to go.
Ooh.
10 weeks, and I tell you what, I know 3 teams that really need to get a mosey on.
Yeah, I think literally
Only
for
three.
us.
Well,
For us,
Yeah.
it's 10 weeks to go.
our circle.
Yeah, see, can I just raise this now?
Okay, sure.
All right.
Why don't you raise it now?
So if we were to look at the ladder right now...
Don't talk about buy points.
No.
Okay.
If we were to look at the ladder right now...
Yeah.
The Roosters are on 7 wins and the Sea Eagles are on 6 wins.
Yep.
All right? I mentioned off air, Manly supporters eat their own. Like, they are just ripping and tearing. But not one person in my club has given up on making the 8. The Roosters, it's over. We've got 10 weeks to go. Season's gone. Like, what is wrong with them?
Well,
They're miserable, aren't they?
They're not thinking that.
They're miserable. Roosters supporters are miserable.
I think there's such a turnaround from what we expected to be.
No passion, no nothing. They're miserable. Anyway.
Well, every week I
Do you want
keep
to talk about passion? You so screwed up
What?
last week.
What?
When we started talking about passion and effort, and all of a sudden you said, yes, but Steve's talking about passion. And I'm thinking, yes, I am.
No, you're not. I forget. No, you were. I'm
Let's
talking
not
about effort.
revisit.
Anyway.
Let's not revisit.
Oh, jeez, he's getting me going. Jeez, you know how to push my buttons.
God, that's an ugly image. Win Stadium. Warriors 48, Dragons 18. This started out okay for the Dragons.
Did it really?
Well, I thought it did. It got away from them in the second half. But
Was it?
you know what? I did say to Barry through the week that it's okay because they didn't get beaten by 50, so St George can still win the grand final this year.
Correct.
Sorry, Barry.
St George are one of those teams you have to put a big fat line through.
Have you ever thought about stand-up?
Oh my goodness,
Don't.
that was
No.
atrocious. Wasn't that an
48.
atrocious game?
Yeah.
That was miserable.
Ben Hunt factor?
Well, hang on. Not if you consider that it was that the Warriors played well.
Yeah, they are.
I mean,
they're tremendous.
If you're a Warriors supporter, it was a great game.
Yeah, but no one is.
Yeah.
No one who watches.
Sean Johnson, another blinder.
Yeah.
Was it the Ben Hunt factor?
Nah,
No, I don't think
their
so.
bundle.
they're just terrible. They've got. I don't understand. They've got nothing. They shouldn't have sacked Hook. Hook at least had the intestinal fortitude to make some tough calls. Like, you know, so he inherited a Dragons side that was pretty average.
Yeah.
And
But he's had it for 4 years and it's still pretty average.
yeah, but I don't know whether he was in charge of getting rid of talent or bringing players in. And so you got blokes like Zach Lomax who, you know, should be. We should be talking about from 5 years ago. We should be talking about Zach Lomax as a state of origin player.
Oh, without doubt.
I don't even know why he's in first grade.
Yeah.
Like that's the kind of club that the Dragons are at the moment. They're woeful.
Yeah.
Anyway, how good are the Warriors?
Excellent.
Excellent.
Dallin, I won't
It's
even
good,
try.
isn't he,
In
Dallin?
4 tries.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Tremendous.
That was fantastic.
Yeah.
He's a great winger. I remember, and my mate Steve, who listens, he'll recall this. We used to pretend to be first grade players all the time, and he always wanted to be a winger, and I never understood because wingers were just those blokes that hung around with footballers.
That's right.
But at the moment, they are like Dallin and the wingers today are just so athletic.
Well, as soon as they got rid of the corner posts as being out,
It's
made a massive difference.
been sensational. His put downs, like if he scores, I actually called the family in to say, "Hey, have a look at this." Anyway, they're going great, and Sean Johnson,
he's got to be up there in the Dally M's, I reckon.
And I'm still suggesting that coach needs to be considered for coach of the year.
Absolutely,
Webster, because honestly, what he's done with that team,
he's a standout.
Yeah,
absolute standout.
I'd actually, for the first time, I'm agreeing with you.
All right, thank you for watching. This is Tom, Brian, and Steve.
He's quitting while he's ahead.
I'm gone. I'm out of here.
I
take that, and I'm right.
Well, let's have one game that involves the Dragons. Okay.
Hang on, I got told by Barry we don't spend enough time on the Dragons.
Which we just did then.
Well, let me just say, you don't really want us to talk about the Dragons.
Sunshine Coast Stadium, where the Parramatta Eels 48, another 48, beat the Dolphins 20. Is the Dolphins gone? I mean, their bubbles burst. All the excitement over them is done.
Yeah, injuries and
mind you,
they're not going.
They got a bunch of players back this week, but I don't know if I at half time, what was it, 44 or something like that?
Yeah.
Oh, I've sent a couple of messages out to Parramatta supporters saying, I know you said that my team was on fire a couple of weeks ago against the Dolphins. You guys are going to score 80. What a disappointing second half.
Yeah.
Whatever Wayne Bennett said to him in the second half, he should have said it at the beginning of the game.
The Eels can be like that. I mean, they play incredibly, and then they can go into their shell. But look, I think the Eels have defied the odds as far as I'm concerned this year, because they lost some key players last year, and I thought, they'll be like struggling to make the 8. Well, if they keep going the way they are, I reckon they're serious. Well, they're certainly finals contenders, but I think they'll go deep into the finals the way they're playing.
I don't know. I think if you look at their last 4 games, they really haven't. In round 13 they had a bye. In round 14, in round 13 they didn't have a bye. They beat North Queensland.
Yep.
Then they had a bye. Then they beat the Dogs.
Yep.
Then they beat Manly. Sorry, Brian. Then they beat Dolphins. So, listen, honestly, the people are saying that they've turned the corner, but the last 5 weeks they haven't had a lot of competition.
But I'm also a great believer too in is they could have won the games 20-0.
Sure.
And comfortably won those games, but they haven't. They've actually started to put some form together, and I think that's if you're an Eel supporter, that's probably what's exciting. Yeah. It's starting to see the combinations happening.
Yeah.
I disagree, because against Manly they should have put on 50. And against the Dolphins, they should have scored 80.
What was the score against Manly?
I can't remember.
34-4.
Okay.
And they were camped on our line. They just couldn't get over.
Okay.
And when you consider they've got Warriors, Panthers, Storm, Broncos.
Yeah.
They've got a hard run home.
Yeah, and I've got to say, with all due respect to Parramatta supporters, I can't say a lot because I'm a South supporter and we're just being beaten by everyone at the moment. But yeah, I'll know Parramatta have turned a corner when they can compete against Penrith, Melbourne.
Well, they've got them all
those
coming,
players.
They've got them all coming up.
Those teams.
Yeah, they've got some.
They've got them. That's right. And that's when it'll be really interesting to see how it goes. Yeah. All right, let's go on to Bluebet Stadium, where the Panthers beat Newcastle Knights 20-12, and with
a number of players missing.
And in the did you see the Melbourne coaches?
That's blown out of proportion.
It is hugely. All he said was, "Wow, isn't it amazing?" or something like that.
But they didn't have anyone.
That's right. Yeah,
and they didn't. They didn't have Cleary. They didn't have Luai.
Yeah, it's not bagging Newcastle.
They didn't have Crichton. They didn't have Toll. Yes. They're decimated. Anyway,
Yeah.
But you know what? They're the only team, and it still surprised me. They're the only team that could say, "Okay, I'm going to rest all my state of origin players," and they can still win.
Yeah. There's now talk about Adam O'Brien being serious danger.
There's a lot of support for Adam O'Brien as well, though. I'm not sure why, because you look at that Newcastle team and they've got some serious talent, and they've got good forwards too.
Yeah.
Like the Saifidi brothers, Leo Thompson. They're good forwards that would be in most teams' starting sides.
Yeah.
You got Ponga, you got Hastings, you've got Bradman Best. Like they've Dominic Young. They've got a team that should probably be winning games. Probably should be winning games.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, apparently he's safe as houses up there. They love him. It's not a coach problem. It's a player problem. Jeez, I'd be fuming. I'd be filthy if I was a Newcastle supporter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're very hot and cold. Extremely hot and cold.
Go the Penny Panthers. I'm riding them all the way to a three-peat.
So
Really?
he's given up on his team.
You've given up on Manly.
I don't think my team are going to win the comp, and I didn't think they were going to win the comp at the start of the year, but I'm definitely on the Panthers at the moment.
Oh, no. I don't believe the Panthers
Second
will do
team.
3.
I don't have a second team. I do not have a second team.
Sure you don't. It's okay. Well, Brian,
You can try all you want. You know what?
We'll keep your
I hate them
secret.
all.
It's okay.
I will tell you this though. I hate them all. I hate all the Queensland teams the most, except for Parramatta and all the teams that went to Super League, which includes the Panthers. So that, and I don't like the merged teams either. So that leaves
South.
You weren't even in the comp, so I don't care about you.
Roosters.
Oh, yuck! I hate them all.
And we hate you too.
I think they're legit. They're legit. The Panthers. They are legit.
Oh dear.
Yeah, sadly.
Well, speaking of Melbourne. Let's talk about Amy Park. Melbourne 24, Manly Sea Eagles 6.
Do we have to?
We have to.
You know, for 50 minutes, my team were in this game. For 50 to 60 minutes, they were in this game.
Yeah, it was
Really?
2 tries to 1 until 58 minutes.
And their 2 tries were, I thought, streaky. And so, and then Nelson just went step, and through.
Well, Schuster was a turnstile.
Oh, I don't. So you know what? I can say for 60 minutes we competed. That was the highlight for me.
All right.
You don't win premierships in March, and you don't win games on 60 minutes.
But yeah, look, there's been a lot of chatter on the Manly pages, but I will say this: my concern with the Sea Eagles is that they are slow.
Yes.
Morgan Harper, dead set butchered 2 tries because he just doesn't have any speed.
Yep.
He could not beat a man, and he could not. He was in space and couldn't even get the ball away. He's just slow. Great defensively this week, just slow. I don't. We have no pace, and it is incredibly concerning. So that's my big one. Yeah, and look who scored their tries. Hughes, who's certainly no slouch, Pizzette, and Xavier Coates.
He's a good backup, isn't he, Pizzette?
Yeah, look, they're just Melbourne were fast. I don't think they were necessarily any better structurally. It was difficult to watch because Manly were just slow.
All right. Brian, while I've got you here
Yep.
and we're talking about Manly, today's been a few announcements about players going to Manly.
Yep.
Luke Brooks is going to Manly.
Yep.
What are your thoughts on that?
Gee, I wish it was 4 years ago.
So does Luke Brooks, by the way.
Yeah, look, I'm a Brooks fan. I'm unbiased, unashamedly. I really like Luke Brooks. I think that it was a poor decision for him to stay at the Tigers, but hey, if they're going to throw $1 million a year at you to play, then you stay.
Yeah. Okay, but now they've also said if he's coming in, he's going to play 5'8".
Yep.
Schuster is now going to play
Lock
or back row.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
You okay with that? I don't think he's a lock, by the way. I think he's too slow. He's too heavy for a lock.
Maybe
he's not cutting it at 5'8".
No.
Maybe look, and I know I like Schuster, but he tends to get distracted during games.
Yeah.
I know he's only young, but you've got to put in a bit more effort than that.
Yeah.
So I like Brooks. I like Brooks coming to Manly.
I think DCE is going to be good for Brooks.
Tom Jackson Paulo's going to Manly.
Yeah, look, I mean, everybody bagged him at the Rabbitohs, and then he came to Roosters, and he was probably our best player for a number of games this season. I don't know how he ended up in reserve grade, and then all of a sudden he's going, which I think is really sad because I actually think he started to play some good footy.
I think it was the game. I think it was the Cowboys game. You got smashed He dropped a couple of balls, and
He's
from
a
that point,
bit of a confidence player.
yeah.
Yeah, we've also got Tommy Talau coming apparently in the next week or so.
The Tigers will let him go, and
It's
you're
a swap,
losing.
isn't it?
Oh,
Aren't you getting the Latu Whanau or something?
Yeah.
yeah,
Is it 5'8"?
they're getting him.
The Tigers.
Yeah,
Well, there you go. That's Tigers replacing Brooks. Not like for like, of course.
no,
not like
it's no. Let me just tell you, in a couple of years' time, it'll be way better for what the heck were we thinking? Yeah, so
Is he another Whanau from the same family?
yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So there's 4 of them. They all play, and I'm really surprised.
Except for one of them.
Well, I'm really surprised that after the club stuck by the whole family that they're choosing to leave. But anyway, I'll keep the big front rower.
He's got to make his own decisions.
Yeah.
All right,
go
Suncorp
Eagles.
Stadium, Gold Coast Titans 18, Broncos 12. Kevy was disgusted at this one.
Kevy's got bigger problems than just that team. What a bunch of ego-driven maniacs those Broncos are.
Yeah.
Well, one in particular.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's precocious.
I don't want to talk about what he said, but
No.
certainly
He's a precocious talent.
I mean,
He's
we
just full
saw
of
him
confidence.
the end of State of Origin when he got sent off, the way
Yep.
he was carrying on the sideline, and you know what? I was sort of okay with that
Yeah.
because
When you're
it's
winning, you
a
can
bit of the
afford to.
play on what was happening at State of Origin, but what he did the other. Especially when he said, "Oh, but I wasn't talking to the ref. I was talking
He
to one
was
of my
looking
players."
at the ref when he was
He
saying
was looking at the ref. I'm sorry, if you're looking at the ref, you're talking to the
Yeah.
ref.
And if you heard those words, it was directed at the ref.
Absolutely.
And also he says, "Oh, it was directed at my captain." Well, his captain should have thumped him if that's what he's trying to say to his captain.
Yep. It was terrible.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
So what should be his punishment?
Oh, 2 or 3 weeks.
Oh, you reckon? Do you remember back in the old days? I remember a game at Brookvale where Steve Roach patted a ref around the head, not in malice, not for anything other than just good go,
No, it wasn't for that, but it was because he was sent off.
Yeah, but
he
he
sent before
yeah.
tap.
But he got a lot more than 2 weeks.
Oh, I know he did.
So
So I haven't heard anything today. Does anyone know?
no.
Has he been charged?
No.
Because I know it was referred
this-
straight to the judiciary, so
would be on tonight.
gone tonight.
Yeah, so I don't know, but yeah, he should be gone. They should rub him out. Like I'm telling you, like that is not behaviour. Like I like the Lair. I like Luai because he absolutely gets under people's skin. Reece Walsh, same, but that was directed at a referee.
Yeah.
That's poor.
I-
Well, Luai pushed the referee.
I would, yeah, well, that's another
Pushed.
thing.
Luai moved his hand
He
past
pushed him out of the way.
Oh,
Sorry,
please.
Sorry,
Please.
we just talked about Blocker Roach get tapped on the
Please.
head.
There was nothing in that. That
He's
wasn't
got his
foul. That was
favourites.
an accident.
Favourites.
Yeah, he's got his favourites. Okay, so I will be I wouldn't be surprised to see him get off. But
No, neither will I.
anyway, all right. Let's.
And what about the hip drop tackle? At the start of the year, they said if you swing around behind a player and
Yep.
they see your studs, that's a hip drop.
Yep, and they said nothing.
Yeah.
What's the go?
Yeah, I
Are
don't
Brisbane now even more protected than they were
Well,
before?
that's the second time he should have been.
I can't-
Should have been.
Yeah.
Yeah, he should get 4 weeks, be out of Origin as well.
All right. This one hurt. North Queensland 31, Bunnies 6. Seriously, there are major problems at the Rabbitohs with their defence.
Defence, yeah, and yet at the beginning of the season they were prided on their
Yep.
defence.
Just the last 6 weeks. The last 6 weeks, they've had 30 scored against them almost every week, and they're not scoring
turnaround.
points.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Can I just say something though? I'll defend the Bunnies here. I'll defend
Hang
the
on,
Bunnies.
can I just turn the mic up just a little bit?
No, don't do that. The Bunnies made a number of half breaks, but for a little bit of class, they would have been. That scoreline would have been very different. I think if Latrell played, you guys win.
Latrell doesn't stop those players breaking through.
No.
the defensive-
That's not what it was about though. The momentum would have been with the Bunnies. There were. I reckon Latrell would have scored a hat trick in that game.
You understand that the scoreline at halftime was 5-0.
Yeah.
So,
You
Latrell,
guys would have been up by 3 tries at that point. I'm telling you, you made enough breaks, and were just a millimetre away from finishing it off.
I'm not arguing that, but what I'm saying is I don't think Latrell is the difference. we have to learn to play without Latrell. Latrell is always going to
Hey.
be in and out of the team because
Hey.
of injury.
I get it.
Exactly.
Look at
You've
you
got a Tommy.
Look who you're talking
You
to.
didn't mention that.
Look who you're talking to.
I know.
No, so yeah, but the difference is Latrell's going to be back in a couple of weeks and Tom's not.
Yeah, I know. But the Cowboys, I got to say, I was very impressed. Drinkwater at fullback.
Drinkwater was exceptional.
Yeah, for sure.
I thought Tom Dearden was good, and their forwards held their own.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, I tell you what, the Bunnies have to turn it around against the Warriors, or we will start seeing our season go.
So
Yeah.
6 weeks ago, we were first place. Last week, we were fourth. Today, we're eighth.
Yeah, but
So-
the difference,
But two wins out of first place.
But like I said, yeah, the difference between first and last,
I know.
I think you can write the bottom three teams off, and that's it.
Yeah.
Anyone else has the
Can make-
opportunity.
No, I don't
You know?
disagree with you.
And but for a stroke of bad luck, you can be leading the comp, or you can be in the bottom four.
Yeah.
I'm just invisible. I don't get
Yeah, you are.
No, we're waiting for you to come in. Waiting for you
I
to
was
speak.
trying to, and he kept talking over me.
Well, speak now.
I was about to
defending
say,
the
You've got the
Bunnies.
microphone.
last week the Cowboys, we thought they hadn't turned the corner. They turned the corner this week.
No.
Yes. Oh,
Definitely.
most certainly. I think
think
the
they
Cowboys are doing really well. And you've got to remember, they've beaten Penrith, they've beaten Melbourne, they've beaten South.
Don't rate him. Don't rate him. I rate Parramatta higher. Don't rate him.
Wow.
Don't rate him.
Jeez.
With Mitchell Moses. Take that on board. He rates Mitchell
Yeah.
and Parramatta higher.
Yeah, Mitchell Moses and Isaiah Yeo, good club players.
Oh, dear. Anyway, I was heartbroken sitting at that game. Let's go on the final round. Canberra Raiders 20, Roosters 18. And I got to say, the Roosters did fight back.
Oh yeah, the second half was good. The first half, I mean, Teddy got found out again, and he put his hand up, twice. He went down for the ball. Jack White went over the top of him. He didn't compete for the second try, and it's just Johnny on the spot. Tomoko was there, and he just ran past the last line of defence. I mean, it's just I don't know. I don't understand. Anyway, 18-0. Joey Manu decides to play, scores 2 tremendous tries, and we're back in the game, and just couldn't do enough to get over the line. Look, they improve in different areas, and then they go back a step in other areas. It's. I looked at the games coming up, and we're going to lose a lot of games, honestly.
Can I ask you a question as
And we also had a lot of injuries.
Yes.
honestly, as a
Yeah.
Roosters supporter,
Yes.
seriously, Joey Manu last week absolutely slayed it. He killed it. He killed it for you guys.
Yeah.
This week, obviously at halftime, Trent said, "Get the ball to Joey," and he's played a roving centre,
Yeah.
a la a fullback.
Sure.
Seriously, even as a Roosters fan, you've got to be saying, Teddy, you just got to have a break, mate. Like, you have to, don't
They
you?
should have rested him this week.
Like,
They should have
he's
rested
just so out of form.
Is he trying too hard?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. The other thing too is I think you talked about slow before, and our team is slow. I mean, I've watched a few teams, and the teams are not going well. Their passing's predictable. They pass out right, they pass out left, and the sliding defence can just read it. Whereas the good teams are entering the line,
Yeah.
coming up in the line, and
Agreed.
they're throwing the ball quickly and making themselves space. The Roosters aren't doing that.
Nope.
And we lost Crichton. He's got a knee injury. It could be several weeks. We lost Satili Tupanua, who would come back all guns blazing, and he's got a neck injury. He's going to be out the rest of the
He's
season.
gone, yep.
And we just can't keep 17 fit players on the field. So the last 3 years since we won the premiership, the last 3 years we have struggled with injuries. 4 years now.
Which may be an issue with your high performance team.
We changed it. They've got a new one this year. This year we changed for the team that had been running Olympic teams and rugby union teams.
Yeah.
So they came with great credentials, but I don't know what's going on. We're just struggling.
All right, and the buys this week were the Bulldogs, Sharks, and the West Tigers. So one of you gentlemen want to do the ladder.
Yep. Equal first, Panthers, Broncos, Storm, 24 points. 1 win behind them, Sharks, Warriors, Raiders. 1 win behind them, Eels, Rabbitohs, Titans. 1 win behind them, Cowboys, Dolphins, Roosters. Half a win behind them, Sea Eagles. And then I think we've got the bottom 4 that have got no chance. Knights, Bulldogs, West Tigers, and Dragons.
So you're saying anyone from Manly up at 17 points can still
Yep.
make the 8?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with
Yeah.
that.
I'm not saying they're going to win the comp, but I'm saying there is the possibility that they'll make the 8.
All right, interesting. Okay, let's move on to round 18. This is where I think the tread really needs to hit the road. This is where...
Yippee-ki-yay, yeah.
Don't say the rest of it. Don't you dare. Okay, let's talk about PointsBet Stadium. Oh, hang on, I've lost it. PointsBet Stadium on Thursday night. Sharks and St George Illawarra Dragons.
Sharks
With Ben Hunt again, by the way.
Sharks need to make a statement, I think, for their season. I think.
Sharks will win this game by 40 points.
40 points.
40 points. I think at Shark Park, I think Nico Hines is going to have an absolute blinder, and the Dragons are gone. They're demoralised. They're beaten before it's even started.
I don't disagree.
Oh, come on, say something else. Don't
Sharks.
agree with him all that. You've been agreeing with him all.
No, I have
show.
not. I do not agree with him.
Yeah, even if they've even got Toby Rudolph could be back this game. Like
Rudolph's overrated.
They've got nothing. They've got nothing.
Rudolph's overrated.
Anyway,
Dragons with Ben Hunt again.
yeah, but no Moses Sully, no Ben Murdoch, no Jack Bird. Sorry, they're gone. They're gone.
All right, so you're going Sharks. I've gone Sharks as well.
Right, argues with me, but then just says he goes the same way.
Come on, you got to do
Go
it.
Media Stadium, Warriors and the Rabbitohs. Friday night.
Steve, give us your opinion on this match, because I know where I'm sitting.
I'm fearful.
Mm-hmm.
So Demetrio came out last week and said, we have an attitude problem, and I agree 100%. I don't think it's a skill problem. I think it's an attitude problem. And they've got to all get on the same page with defence. And I think they will. I think we will come out and beat the Warriors. But I tell you what, I don't think it's going to be a big win. And the way the Warriors are playing at the moment, and this is in New Zealand, I wouldn't be surprised if you guys went for the Warriors.
Well, you'd be right.
You'd be right, yeah.
There you go. I'm a mind reader.
I don't think it's going to be a big win because I think the Rabbitohs will be trying hard, but I think the Warriors will win comfortably, 8-10 points.
I'm liking Luke Metcalf. I like him as a 5'8". I don't know why I didn't get a run at Manly when we had him.
Another one.
No, but he was. Look, but it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't.
I like him. He's fast and he's quick and he hits holes, and I think he's my prediction for man of the match. That's how confident I am that the Warriors will get up.
Okay. Match of the round at Marvel Stadium is Melbourne Storm and the Penrith Panthers. This should be a really good game.
Because there's a
Marvel's
World Cup start. No, Marvel is Dockland Stadium.
Oh, is it?
In Melbourne, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's where the Renegades play their cricket.
Yeah, look,
team play.
I know that Munster's back, but so is Toho,
Luai,
Yo, Martin, Crichton.
Yeah,
Look, we always say that these sort of games, we can't wait, we get excited, and quite often they're a letdown. One team or the other doesn't turn up, but I'm really hoping that this one.
Look,
I'm hoping, but
it'll be
South
Dower.
will win, and I'll be so excited South will win that I'll be so excited to watch this game.
It'll be Dower.
I don't think Melbourne haven't been playing well, and the mere fact that they couldn't put Manly to bed probably shows it. I'm thinking the Panthers will win this well.
Really?
I think it'll be Dower, and that'll be a few points in it.
And who's going to win?
Oh, Panthers.
I'm going Melbourne.
Hell surprise. That's French.
For?
What a surprise.
No. I know croissant. It's about as my extent of French.
I know
What's
Paddy.
his last name?
Paddy's not French.
Paris.
Hurry. Oh dear. All right. Canberra Raiders and the Gold Coast Titans at 3 o'clock on Saturday afternoon.
Gee whiz.
Yeah, down at GIO, I'm going Raiders.
Raiders weren't impressive against us. They just did enough, and we gave them points. I rate the Titans' chance here.
I want to, but I don't think so.
Yep, I'm going to go the Titans narrow.
Well, the Titans beat Broncos last week, and
they played to their potential.
That's right, they did, and it could be because. Des has probably come in and said, you guys are all playing for contracts. Yeah. So all of a sudden, and that tends to refocus players. So, no, I'm still going.
Isn't AJ Brimson playing?
Yeah.
It's
Look, I'm looking at that team. I'm looking at that Titans team, and I'm going, I don't think they can play better than last week. I know Tino's back.
Yeah.
But you know what I think? The Canberra, when things start to go wrong, the cracks appear, and I think Papali'i going off early actually hurt them more than it should have. So I'm going to go Raiders big time.
Okay, I'm going Titans.
Okay,
Steve?
I'm going Raiders because I don't think they'll handle the cold. To be honest with you, I think Raiders have a distinct advantage in winter. They can handle the
I
cold
think
better.
temperature's overrated.
Well, I don't know. Is it cold in here, Tom?
I did turn the heater on.
Queensland Country Bank Stadium, North Queensland, and the West Tigers. Will this be another 66-point thrashing?
Well, not the other way. You mean?
Yeah.
I hope the Tigers win this. I really do.
Why?
He hates Queensland team.
I hate Queensland. It's particularly at State of Origin. I hate Queensland at State of Origin. So therefore, I'm not picking the Storm, I'm not picking the Titans, and I'm not picking the Cowboys so far. I am picking the Cowboys, but I don't want them to win. I'll be watching this, cheering on the Cowboys, and then my kids will come in and say, "Who did you pick?" And I'll say, I'll be cheering on the Tigers, and they'll go, "Who did you pick?" And I'll say, Cowboys.
I've been doing that all week, every week this week. I've been tipping who I think's going to win, then barracking for the team I want to win.
Yeah.
I just want them. I just want them to
On
win.
that note, I don't know how you guys are going to sort this one out. Brisbane Broncos
Wait,
and
who-
the
who-
Dolphins.
who-
So I'm going Cowboys.
Yeah, who are you picking? You're going
Oh,
Cows?
Cowboys, yeah.
Oh, we're all going Cows. That's pretty
Yeah.
boring.
Yeah. Broncos and the Dolphins on Saturday night.
Yeah, Broncos.
No Reece
Big-headed
Walsh.
Broncos.
Well, maybe no Reece Walsh.
You know what?
No, I don't. Tell me.
I'm going the upset. I'm going, despite the Dolphins having big scores put on in the last 2 weeks, I think Jeremy Marshall-King coming back to tighten up their middle and start to bring the backs back into the game, I think that is a big enough in for me for the Dolphins to get up.
Sean O'Sullivan in another game because he's just coming back.
Brian, I think you've lost it. But okay. I look forward to seeing your tip for
Well,
the
you know,
Dolphins.
it's getting to that point now with the Broncos are going to slide. This is where it's
Yeah, this is on. This is it. They lost to the Titans last week.
Okay, how about Accor Stadium where the Dogs and the Newcastle Knights are playing on Sunday afternoon?
There's no way you could possibly pick the Knights, could you? Could you?
I don't
I'll
know.
tip the Knights. Yeah, I'm on the Knights.
I don't. No, I'm going. I'm going Dogs, even though that leaves a dirty taste in my mouth.
I don't think a core stadium holds any fear for anybody. It's not a home ground advantage.
No, it's definitely
I just think the Knights are hopeless.
Yeah.
not. All right, no, I'm going Dogs in this one. Sea Eagles and the Roosters to round off the weekend.
This is really the match of the round.
Look, two teams that are struggling in a lot of respects. Look, I'm nervous about this. It's at home, and it's Eagles home, so that's already a big advantage for you.
It is.
Of course, I'm going to go the Roosters, but with not a lot of confidence.
Well, I'm going to go the Eagles because we've been defensively very good against some very good attacking teams, and you guys can't score points.
That's right.
So
Yep.
I'm even predicted to. I'll even say you guys aren't going to score.
I think we'll score.
But the big we've got Ben Trebojevic back, Brad Parker's back, Jake's back, Jason Saab's back, and Kelma Chualangi's back.
Meanwhile, we've lost four players from last week. So
Finally, our injuries are starting to come back around. So that's 5 blokes in. I'm thinking they'll come back strong.
yeah. Look, I probably agree with you, but I'm going to tip my team, of course.
So the deciding vote goes to me,
And we don't care what you think.
No, exactly. All right, so
No, they might.
I'm going Manly. Sorry, Tom.
No, that's fair enough.
I can't.
It's probably understandable.
If it wasn't a home game for Manly, I'd probably go the Roosters.
You know,
for the home game.
they've been playing really well at home.
Yeah, I know.
So I don't know what the difference is. But yeah.
For my team, it doesn't really matter.
Okay, and the bye, Parramatta have the bye this week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. We've gone over time again. Sorry about that.
Oh, man.
Anything intelligent you won the show with?
I hate Queensland. I hate all the
In case
Queensland
you
teams.
weren't listening.
I hope every Queensland State of Origin player this week carries a niggling injury, or obtains a niggling injury, I should say.
You know what that means? If
What?
they win next week, next game, they'll just go, oh, it's the Queensland
They won't.
spirit.
Well, I'm dying to see what I'm waiting for the next State of Origin game, by the way. Yeah, that's it. That's all I've got. Thank you.
Why? What's...
I want to know whether they're going to change the team. I really do. And I've put my State of Origin team out there. I've put my State of Origin team out there. So I'm ready for a change.
No. Tom?
Another Sunday game, so they've got to hang around all weekend to the last game of the round.
You've had a lot of Sunday games.
Yeah,
I love Sunday games.
Sweat all weekend.
They're the favourite because you know what's worse is when your team plays on like a Thursday or a Friday night and they lose and you go, I really don't care about the rest of the weekend. This way I'm watching the games with excitement for what's coming. Bring on the Sundays.
I'm just following the live thing. I mean, by the time everyone gets this show, the decision will be made. But Walsh continues to give evidence saying that he was not directing his comments at the referee Chris Butler, but at a teammate Patrick Carrigan.
It's he said, she said, basically.
Yeah. Just before we go, I'd like to just mention Supercoach and hats off to Hayden, who is leading the comp, with Wall in second, St. Fred's in third, Robbie's randoms, then me. I don't know how I'm managing to hold into fifth spot, but bring it on.
Last?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
But you don't care.
I don't care.
I don't even want to talk to you about this because you just
ruined
our comp.
Yeah, I don't know.
I ruined your comp.
The buys are killing me. I can't get a full team. Last week I couldn't even
could
get a
I.
full
That's
team.
why I gave up.
No, neither could I, but I still managed to
That's why
win.
I gave up.
Well, yeah, because you just loaded your teams with one. You loaded your teams with Souths and Roosters. You got no idea.
I didn't.
No idea. I told you,
When
you have to have a
teams in a bye,
big spread.
When there's three teams in a bye,
Yeah,
it's hard to
everybody's
get rid of all the players.
everybody's in the same
Well, I
boat.
didn't know that because nobody explained it to me.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
He looks intelligent, doesn't he, folks?
Thank you for watching. This is Tom, Brian and Steve, and we are from the Sidelines, and hope you enjoyed the show. Watch us on Facebook, YouTube, and podcast. Down from Spotify. Don't listen to what Tom said last week. He's just confused.
I don't know what that was.
It's something going through your ears and being able to poke through.
Do I just turn this off? Do I just say...
So, see you next week. Bye.
That hurt. Sorry, I shouldn't have done that.
See you all later. Bye-bye.